Good afternoon, everybody. It's been a while since I've been live. I've been fighting a little bit of a cold and a cough, so I didn't want to have a coughing attack while I was on live. So I want to go over with you all today. We talk a lot about looking better in bikinis and looking better in our clothes and looking better when we go to a Christmas party or we want nice arms. And I think a lot of times we forget that health is probably the most important for all of us. And I want to touch on the type 2 diabetes, also known as late onset diabetes or adult onset diabetes. And I want to touch on this because we also train, at TwinFitness, we train everyone. We train anyone that will basically listen to us and wants our help. So we will train you for shows and competition, but we'll also train normal individuals for health reasons and to look better. So type 2 diabetes, let's go over really what that means. Basically, there is a hormone in your body that releases insulin, okay? When you develop type 2 diabetes or hyperglycemia, not hypo, there's a difference there, that hormone stops working. So it doesn't produce and to maintain your levels of insulin. So your insulin levels spike and they stay really high, or they go really low and they stay really low. So it can be controlled, however, through nutrition and through exercise. But what does that mean? Doctors tell you that all the time, right? Well, we had two individuals that are one is type 2 diabetic, one is borderline type 2 diabetic, that I want to go over with you their stats from today. So this one individual, they will remain nameless for confidentiality, but her A1C levels were at 9.2 6 months ago. And if you guys don't know much about insulin levels and A1Cs, well, it's basically your insulin level in your body. It needs to be 6 or under to be normal. And it needs to be really lower than 6 to really not be considered borderline hypoglycemic, borderline diabetic. So her A1Cs were 9.2. They were high. 6 months ago, she started training at our studio with our trainer, Shelby. And she is now down to 6.1. Her A1Cs have dropped by more than 3 points. So they are hoping by her next appointment, she may be off all of her medicine. She has done this through healthy nutrition, which means decreasing her carbohydrate intake, increasing her fat intake, and really exercising consistently. And I'm not talking hours and hours a day or even a week. All I'm talking about is you need 10 or 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a week to get you started if you're not an exerciser right now. And if you're eating a little bit better and if you're on the right medications as well or supplementation, you can get there, boys and girls. I'm telling you, it can be done. So I want to lecture today on health. Think about your health. Forget about what you look like in a bikini. Maybe you're past that point, and that's fine. And we're okay with that as well. But we want you to be healthy. We want you to stick around for as long as you possibly can in this fabulous world that we live in. Another success story we have from another one of our trainers at our studio. This one client, her ab pinch, which the ab pinches mean this little scary thing, which is the body fat. I know, doesn't it look like a gun? I know, this thing's scary. Anyways, her ab pinch on this was 50, which doesn't mean a lot to you if you've never had body fat done, but it was 50. 2 months later, it dropped to 30. It dropped by 20 points on this crazy thing. That is a crazy amount. And if you hold your body fat in your midsection, ladies and guys, more ladies are more prone to this, you are probably insulin resistant. And as you age, I've said this before, I've said it 1,000 times, as you age, you become insulin resistant. You have to change the way you're eating. You have to change the way you're exercising. I don't know if I had $1 for everyone that told me when I hit 30 or when I got older, I actually started noticing a lot of body fat in my midsection or fluffiness in my midsection, and I didn't like it. And I say, yes, you have to change the way you're eating and you have to change the way you're exercising. So if you come to us and have never exercised a day in your life, that's fine. We will still help you. We are here to help you maintain a good, healthy lifestyle, really for the rest of your life. So remember, at Twin Fitness, we do a lot more than just getting you ready for a bikini. Maybe you're past that point and that's totally fine with us. Let us help you with, maybe you've been diagnosed with borderline diabetes or type 2 diabetes. Let us help you. Don't think you have to wave the white flag and throw away everything. But I'm telling you, if it's controlled through nutrition and exercise, it can be. Even if you're young, I even know of friends that are younger than me, and I'm 40. Oh, I'll be 43 in January. I know friends that are younger than me that have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Boys and girls, it's one of the leading diagnoses out there through children, through adults. It's a little scary that it's happening in children because, you know, if you think about it, it's late onset typically. So we've just had bad years and years pile up of bad nutrition and not exercising, but now it's happening in kids. And I really think, and I'm passionate about this because of my girls, you know, they're not overweight, but I really, really focus on trying to get them a healthy fat in whenever they have a snack and healthy carbohydrates for them. They can consume carbohydrates because they're so young. But as we age, we've got to change that. We've got to change the processed foods we consume. We have to change all the carbohydrates and the sugar we consume in the American diet. It's just not good. And I'm not saying that you have to give up everything you love. You don't. You really, really don't. You just have to be consistent with exercise and consistent with your nutrition and healthy nutrition. So let me recap. Type 2 diabetes, number one growing diagnosis that there is. Last time I checked, it's been crazy diagnosis. We can control this. It's something you can control. So in my opinion, why not go for it? I don't understand if you have something that is controllable and you're in charge of it, why not change it? And remember, you're the only one that can change it. No one else can. Your mom can't. Your dad can't. Your significant other can't. Your kids can't. You are the one that has to want it. You are the one that has to make the changes and make it a lifestyle. A lean lifestyle is what we always preach. And you don't have to look like a model-esque type. I'm talking about health here, boys and girls. I'm not talking about trying to make you into a bikini model. So it's overall health for healthy living. So I want to convey that message. So happy holidays to all of you. I hope that you enjoyed my speech. Remember, if you want to contact me at twinfitness.com, I'm more than happy to answer questions. If you are a Facebook friend of mine, you can always message me as well. Remember, we have our protein that we can always, a great snack is our protein with a fat source like an almond butter or peanut butter, and in a shake form or even like a puff that's really warm and hot during the cold winter months. So we have a lot of options. We're here to help you. So please let us know how we can help you and what we can do for you. Until next time, happy holidays, and I will see you next year.